Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, it is so rocking to be with you. Well, happy Monday. Here we are. Psychic Bob's had a busy day. I've just been working a lot of business stuff. It's been a little crazy. But I wanted to get here and let you guys know I didn't forget you, and we're going to do horoscopes today. That's right. So we're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel. And we're going to talk about the transits of the week and give individual horoscopes for all 12 signs. So everybody watching this video, you will get a horoscope, okay? Well, before we get into that, got to cover us a little bit of business stuff. I've gotten some emails from people saying, Psychic Bob, we tried to call you, but the phone is disconnected. I have a different office number now. So let me give you my new office number. And you can also see this at the link below and also go to my website. It's over there. And my new number, 703-825-3929. Again, 703-825-3929. That's my official business number if you want to call me to get on my schedule for a private reading. And, if you wanted me to do a media appearance or, anything like that, just give me a call at that number. I'd love to hear from you guys. So, and of course, you can also write to me at my email, readings@robert-hickman.com. And that link will be below as well. So I hope to hear from you. Well, we're going to jump into our horoscopes today. I tell you, I've been studying the mystical sky above us, and there's a lot going on this week, I'm telling you. By the way, before we get in, I also got to tell you, if you've been watching every week and you're enjoying this, make sure to help me out. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, post it around, and also hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. Well, let's jump right into it here. Well, here we are at Monday. By the way, these horoscopes are for Monday, September the 17th, 2018 through Sunday, September the 23rd, 2018. Okay, so it covers a week time period. And today here on Monday the 17th, we've got our sun in Virgo. Yay! Happy birthday to our Virgo babies. We're going to be in Virgo until, September 22nd. So we're going to switch over on Saturday, or Sunday actually, on the 23rd. We go into Libra. So happy birthday to the Libras that have birthdays this week as well. So it's a dual birthday week, Libras and Virgos. Happy birthday to you guys. All right, well, here we are. So as I said, our sun today's in Virgo. We've got our moon in Capricorn. Thank God for that. That's bringing in some grounded, focused earth energy. We all can use that right now. Today's actually a very strong positive day. We've got our sun conjunct Mercury, which is bringing out communication gifts. We've got our sun conjunct Saturn, which brings logic and clarity of thought. We've got our moon trine Uranus. And what that does for us, that brings in breakthrough psychic insights. And we've got Mercury trine Pluto, which helps us to see the future. So what this is all about today, for Monday, you want to focus on seeing what's ahead. Look ahead, be inspired, be excited, share your thoughts, share your feelings. It's a great day for business. It's a great day to get people on the same page with you. And so that's going to be the focus of today. Just focus on the future. And, with that Capricorn moon, that brings in a good, clear, grounded feeling, okay? Now, going into Tuesday, we got a little bit of chancy stuff going on here because we've got some challenging aspects. We've got Venus square Mars, and we've got Mercury in opposition to Uranus. This is going to make people a little sensitive to Mars, so be very careful with your words. However, we've got our sun conjunct Mercury, which is a power aspect for opening doors of communication. We've got that Capricorn moon, and we've got Mercury trine Pluto, again, vision of the far future. So when you go into dealings with people tomorrow, whatever it is, keep it strictly business. Don't try to get overly personal or make jokes or be kind of flippant. Won't work, okay? Keep it strictly business in every area, and you'll rock it on Tuesday, okay? Going into Wednesday, we still get that moon in Capricorn. This is kind of a nice thing because we've got that Capricorn moon for 3 days. That's really bringing in a lot of grounded energy here. We've got our sun trine the moon. Now, the sun and moon are the illuminators of the zodiac. So that's a power aspect. That means you're going to feel intuitively aligned. You're going to be aligned in your outer world Inner world and outer world are enhancing each other is what it means. We got our sun again conjunct Mercury. That's going on all week actually. And that's a power aspect to keep communication going. So despite some of our other challenges we may have this week, communications will be enhanced, and that's a good thing. Choose your words carefully though, okay? We've got our moon trine Mercury. Again, that's for the inner voice. So you're going to hear the inner wisdom, and the outer world wisdom will open up with communications. We got Venus square Mars. Again, that's a little challenging aspect for emotions and relationships. And Mars is square Uranus, which is also makes people a little oversensitive, a little erratic. So try to keep yourself as centered as you can on Wednesday. You really want to trust that inner voice and use logic, not emotion, okay? We've got also, I forgot to say, Saturn trine Uranus that day, and that means sudden breakthroughs, but it's through the logical mind, not the emotional mind. So people around you could be a little high-strung. Address everything through logic. Trust your inner voice of how to say that and keep it in that focus, okay? That's the secret to getting through Wednesday, okay? Now, when we go into Thursday, we're going to get a little break. It's going to be a power day. We've got our moon moving into Aquarius. That opens up all of that wonderful air energy. We've got our sun, again, conjunct Mercury. That's that power aspect for opening communications. This is actually a very good week in terms of business opportunities. And if you're trying to do an interview to get a job, I would encourage you really try it. If they call you and say, do you want this week or next week, take this week, because that sun conjunct Mercury is bringing power all week long, okay, for communications, particularly business, okay? We've got our sun trine Mars. Now, Mars can be a tricky planet. It can make people oversensitive, but with that sun trine it, that brings out the best qualities of Mars. So there's a lot of inspiration power, a lot of firepower. Thursday, I think, is going to be our strongest day of this upcoming week. That's the power day. You want to say, what is my power day? It's going to be Thursday, okay? So there you go. Now, as we go into Friday, the 21st of September, we've got our moon still in Aquarius, bringing that air energy that stimulates connectivity, communications, the higher self. We've got our sun, again, trine Mars. I love sun trine Mars because it really brings up a lot of fire energy, but it's positive energy. It's inspirational energy. We've got, let's see here, we've got the moon square Jupiter and the sun square Saturn. These are challenging aspects. And so what you want to remember for Friday this week is patience is the key. There's a lot of inspiration, but with the moon square Jupiter, it may be hard to get people to see it or feel it right away. And that sun square Saturn means people kind of put on their brakes mentally and emotionally. So they may be a little challenged to kind of follow, your train of thought, your reasoning. But still be inspired, still share it, because later on it'll sink in. But the key to Friday is patience. Patience is key, okay? Going into Saturday, we've got our moon moving into Pisces. That's that wonderful watery energy. This day is going to be also a little challenging because we've got our sun square Saturn. That's going to block people's logical side. And then we've got Mercury also square Saturn. So our communications are going to be a little challenged on that day. The secret to Saturday is avoid getting, carried away with your emotions. With these sort of alignments, people can get all dramatic and flippant, and with that communication energy that's been around all the way, people could say the wrong thing. So be very slow to speak. Don't speak from emotion, even though it will be challenging not to. And try to go deep. It's probably better to work on meditation, because that water Pisces energy will allow you to kind of go deep. So it's better to be more silent on Saturday, okay? Going into Sunday, we've got our moon still in Pisces. That's that water energy, stirs up that psychic energy. And I tell you, Sunday is probably our most strong psychic day, because we've got our sun conjunct Mercury again, which opens up that communication. We've got our sun trine Mars, that's inspiration. We got our sun square Saturn, which usually that shuts down the logical perceptions, but we also have moon conjunct Neptune, which is open the psychic. So it's kind of like your logical mind may not be as clear as you want, but your inner knowing, your inner intuitive self will be very strong that day. And we've got Mercury trine Mars, which opens up communication. Sunday's a great day to work on spiritual life, to have retreats, study spiritual books, explore channeling. All of these things are on Sunday. And some of you may even feel as if the heavens are giving you divine revelation. It really is the day to speak mystical prophecies. So Sunday's our psychic day. So our strongest days this week, honestly, are going to be Thursdays is a total power day for business success, and Sunday is our power day for psychic success. And the rest of the days, I gave you how to get through those. All right, so there you go. Now, we're going to spin around our big wheel and talk about what is in the stars for you. Now, if you don't know your zodiac sign, listen up, because I give the zodiac birth dates after each zodiac sign. And so that's how you'll know. Now, I get it every week, no matter how many times I say it. Somebody writes me and says, well, Psychic Bob, the other psychic said I was a Pisces because I was born on March 21st. And you're saying when I'm born on March 21st, I'm an Aries. How is that possible? Well, that's what we call a cusp sign. You're in between the turning of the wheel where, the sun passes between one sign to the other. And depending on what day the charts are cast, it can be one side of the line or the other. And what that really means is you get two horoscopes. You're a little bit of both signs. So just listen to both of them. And don't let that stress you out. And say, well, I don't know what I am. I'm all confused. You're a little bit of both sides. And that means you get, as I said, twice the blessing each month. And as you listen to the signs, you'll start to know which one you are more so. Because usually people that are on the cusp tend to, eventually figure out which sign they are. Okay. Anyways, our phone's ringing in here, but bear with me, guys. Okay. All right, so we're going to spin around our big wheel. All right, our first sign today is Aries, and that's March 21st to April 19th. Aries, I tell you, this week you want to just run with your plans. You're one of the few signs this week that's, despite some of the challenges, are going to be really successful this week. Aries will find that the more they put effort into things, the more they're going to get out of it. So definitely be present, be active, don't be silent, don't sit on the sidelines. This applies in business and in romance. Be out there, be seen, and people will respect you because they're going to feel your energy, they're going to feel your power, and you're going to be, top dog this week, okay? Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to financial investments like banking, 401k, retirement, things like that. So you might want to look into that. Your key word this week, Aries, is power. There you go. You're the powerful ones. All right, our next sign is Taurus, April 20th through May 20th. Taurus, you are so just tuned into the spirit world. You are getting information. Your perceptions are very heightened this week. You can trust that inner wisdom, that inner voice, that inner vision. Let that lead you because that's where everything is taking you. You're going to find that it's like you know things before they happen. Now, in the area of personal relationships also, you might have to bite your tongue this week, Taurus, because people may be a little bit, a little freaked out by your knowing so much. So sometimes it's best to keep things to yourself. But trust that inner voice. Let it help you, particularly in business and in relationships as well. Also highlighted for Taurus this week are issues connected to home renovation. So you might want to paint your house, put down new carpet, all that. Do that. Your key word this week, Taurus, is psychic. Trust your psychic self. All right. Our next sign on the wheel is Gemini, and that's May 21st through June 20th. Geminis, you're carrying a lot of energy like the Aries this week. This is a power time for you. This is where you're really stepping into claiming your victory. For those of you Geminis who've been waiting on the sidelines for opportunities to really move ahead in business or move up in your career, this is a really good week to have opportunities. You should revisit that, maybe explore visiting HR, see if there are new positions open, talk to your supervisor about, your longer term goals and visions, and you'll be well received this week. In the area of relationships, Gemini, your partner or potential partner is going to just fall head over heels in love with you. If you've been in a long-term relationship, it's like you're starting all over again. A lot of wonderful excitement there. And for those of you who are single, definitely be on the lookout because you're going to connect this week. Awesome time. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to reading, such as reading a book. So you might want to get away a little while and just tune into some good novel, some book, and soak it into your mind. Your key word this week, Gemini, is win. All right, our next sign is Cancer, and that's June 21st to July 22nd. All right, Cancers, this week I got to tell you, it's very easy to get carried away with emotions. And this week you have to take things very slow. Be slow to speak, be slow to act, be slow to respond. Even if somebody asks you a simple question, pause and think about your answer because this week the thing is emotion will be a challenge for you. Cancers by nature tend to be emotional people. They're also very psychic people. But this week you may feel like that challenge of like the emotional self and the logical self. Don't let it stress you out. Just take things slow and you won't mess up and you'll get through just fine, okay? In the area of personal relationships, same thing. Just take it slow. Don't jump to the gun. Don't jump to say it, what you want to say. If your partner comes in late, don't start going, where were you? Because that person probably has a really good reason for why they're late. And then you've upset them. So this week's going to be a little challenging for Cancers in the emotional area. Just try to be aware of that. You'll be okay as long as you can focus on that, okay? Also highlighted for Cancers this week are issues connected to occult studies. So a good time to delve into astrology or mysticism or spiritualism or Wicca, any of that. Your key word this week, Cancer, is slow. Take it all slow. All right, our next sign on the wheel is Leo, and that's July 23rd to August 22nd. Leo, this week you have the gift of communications. Your words are flowing through you, and they are words of inspiration. You're going to find yourself in a natural leadership position this week where people really want to hear your words and they're eager to learn from you. So be the teacher, be the leader, be present. This is in work, you'll see that this really takes you far, especially for those of you up for promotion, because your week this week can be the thing that kind of gets you to the higher leagues, okay? In the area of relationships also, Leo, you may find that even if you've been dating or married to somebody a long time, they may suddenly become newly fascinated with you. Like, oh, tell me more, I want to hear your story. And that's a nice feeling, isn't it? Well, just enjoy that this week because that's kind of going to be your lot. People will be emotionally drawn to you and spiritually drawn to you. And you're going to kind of be a teacher and a leader this week. Your key word this week, Leo, is inspire. All right, our next sign is Virgo. And that's August 23rd through September 22nd. Virgos, this week you got this gift of psychic sight. You're seeing, you're knowing, you're in tune. You may even feel as if the spirit world is personally escorting you through each day and showing you and teaching you and guiding you. And really the truth is they are. They are a lot of people, but Virgos this week are going to be more aware of it than most. And so don't bypass that opportunity to connect with the spirit realm and let them show you what is coming. Virgo, this week in work, you want to really think about like stepping ahead because I feel like right now a lot of people around you are going to be in the moment. What do we do right now? What do we do now? And there may be even some anxiety or panic because we have those Martian and Uranian influences this week. And so you got to talk about not just the moment, but what's coming in the next year and then help those around you get that vision. In the area of relationships also, Virgo, this is a really good time to evaluate your personal relationships, especially romance, and see if you want to go forward with that or you're ready to be done with it. Also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to travel. So maybe you'll go on a trip and call Psyche Bob and invite him to go. I'd love that. So there you go. That is what's going on for you this week. Now, your key word this week, Virgo, is future. All right. Our next sign is Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. You know, Libras, this week, it's like you might feel like nobody's on the same page with you. Don't let that stress you out. You're going to have to just bide your time and bite your tongue. There's no short way around it, I have to tell you. But Libras will find those who take their time and observe rather than jump in or try to push agendas will actually have all of their needs met this week. So Libras, you got to just wait for the spirit to move those around you, and then you'll get your blessing. And see, that's how it's going to be for you. In the area of relationships, also same thing. You can't really push on agendas with anybody. So this week is a kind of a wait week and let things unfurl naturally. Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to music or music appreciation. So it might be a good time just to go to a concert. Your key word this week, Libra, is patience. Have patience. You'll get through. All right, our next sign is Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpios, I mean, you are water signs. You're definitely deep people. But this week, Scorpios are so in touch with their psychic self, that inner psychic wisdom. I tell you, if you're a professional psychic and you're a Scorpio, your readings are going to go skyrocket this week. They really are. You know, Scorpio, you want to be right now thinking about what the spirit world is leading you. A lot of Scorpios right now are kind of a transition, a crossroads, where they have to make some decisions, particularly in the career area. And so right now is a good time to seek out guidance from the spirit world to help yourself move through that transition the best way that you can. In the area of personal relationships this week, Scorpio, you may be a little challenged because you may feel as if people are not getting the same reality, the same message that you are. You're just ahead of everybody by like 50 years this week. So it's going to be a little hard to relate to people. It would be a very good week for Scorpios to kind of withdraw, do some contemplation, maybe have a little spiritual retreat. Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to writing, particularly like book writing. So it might be a good week for you to start writing a book and let all that energy of the mind come out on paper. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is mystical. All right. Our next sign, Sagittarius, November 22nd through December 21st. You know, Sagittarius, whereas like Cancers this week are all into the emotions, you're totally into the logic. This week you've got to be careful, Sagittarius, that you don't get so logic-oriented that you forget to listen to the heart sun. The wonderful thing about this week for you, though, is that if people are imbalanced, your voice of logic can bring them into a place of clarity and emotional stability and help. But again, do not let your head overrule all of your heart to that you have no heart. Most Sagittarius are generally very warm people and loving, but you know, sometimes when that logical mind kicks in, you can just forget to do the right thing. So this week, let the logic lead you, but let the heart balance that energy. You're going to find in business that you're going to be a whiz at that. You're going to just see everything, know everything, and have it all done. But in the home life, you have to balance again that. So try to be sensitive to those that are around you so you speak words of compassion and wisdom and not just cold, hard facts. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is logic with a big capital L. All right, our next sign is Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. You know, Capricorns, I'm going to hang out with you and the Aries. Similar to the Aries this week, you're in power mode. This week for you is a prosperous week. If you're a Capricorn looking for a job, let me tell you, the money is there for you. And be a little ambitious in your job interviews because you got the power to really turn dollars right now. Capricorns will find that money issues come to them very easily this week and that they're not really trying to struggle to figure out how to make it all work. It just comes to them. So in the process, though, Capricorn, remember the less fortunate and try to use your success this week to help somebody less fortunate. In the area of relationships, one of the things that you're going to find also this week is that there's a lot of energy right now for you to kind of move forward and to get people unified with you. And if you're kind of like on the edge of dating somebody and you're thinking, I don't know if they want to really be with me, have that talk this week. And if you really want that relationship, step up your game, it's yours. Also highlighted for Capricorns this week are issues connected to automobiles. So like if you want to buy a car or lease a car, look into that. Transportation, be on the go and make a lot of money. Your key word this week, Capricorn. I can't read the signs today. Key word this week is success. All right, our next sign, Aquarius. January 20th to February 18th. You know, Aquarius, you want to hang out with the Scorpios this week because, you know, you got that psychic thing going on also. Aquarius are just going to be at the right place at the right time and know what to say, know what to do, and know how to be successful. So if you're an Aquarius, you know, be a little bold this week, but also let the spirit world lead you. And you know, I say sometimes when the spirit world leads us, it's a little zany, but you know what? It leads to great things. So let the spirit world lead you, and you're going to have a rocking week this week. You're going to find in the area of personal relationships, Aquarius, that, again, you're feeling almost so tuned into people around you. It's going to make it easy to relate to them. And so in the area of relationships and romance, you're going to really feel this week that you just are in the flow with people. A lot of ease in communications, and you're really going to be in tune with people. You know, that sun that is trine Mercury this week is really helping a lot of that. So you've got that energy, and plus the moon is in your sign this week. In fact, it's on Thursday and Friday, the moon is in your sign. So those are power days for you Aquarians. Also highlighted for Aquarius this week are issues connected to financial opportunity and financial growth. So be open to investments, be open to bank accounts, be open to growing in the money area. And let the spirit lead you in that as well. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is channel. Channel all that wisdom, knowledge, and power, and it'll bring blessings. All right, our next sign is Pisces, February 19th through March 20th. You know, Pisces, this week a lot of people are going to be kind of overly emotional. And so what you've got to really do is really be focused on what you need to do. Don't get caught up in the fray of everybody's drama. If you stay grounded and focused, guess what? The energy and tension around you becomes much more centered, much more relaxed, and people will start to be like you and be grounded and focused. So in a sense, you're going to be a leader this week on how not to act, how not to be crazy, how to be balanced, how to be sane, how to be focused. And if you keep that as your focus, particularly in work, you're going to rock it. People say, oh, that Pisces person, they are so with it, so together, so in control. And see, that's your ticket to success because you'll be viewed as a leader who can maintain themselves and keep control. In the area of personal relationships, Pisces, for you, this is a good week to really slow down and listen. It's like people that are in your world want to share something, but you've got to slow down and listen because the people that will be coming to you feel as if nobody listens to them. So you be the ears and you be the mouthpiece of wisdom to help them to be better in their lives by knowing you. Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to art and art appreciation. So if you want to go to an art gallery and study the ancient works of the ancient masters or the modern masters, that's going to be your path to success. So let that work for you. Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to spiritual studies. So it's a good time to, you know, literally go on a retreat or take a class on mysticism, astrology, witchcraft, any of that. Your key word this week, Pisces, is focus. Be focused. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe we spun around the big wheel? I don't know where the day goes, but we did get all the horoscopes in. So, you know, I always say it. When you're challenged, don't give in to anxiety. Just pause, look to the stars. For the zodiac wheel above us is always spinning. And what that means is that each day brings in new opportunities for blessing and hope and a new beginning. The stars do not compel nor control us, but they are energy points along the way to empower us. So let the stars empower you, and you will have a blessed journey. Well, guys, I am so glad you're here. You know, it's the best time with you guys. And, you know, if you didn't see yesterday's video, we did the witching hour. And we had a live ritual for our upcoming Wiccan Sabbath of Mabon. And you don't have to be Wiccan to watch it. You know, if you're not, but you're curious, go watch it. It'll bless you anyways. And a lot of you wrote and said how much that ritual was so powerful and how much it meant to you. And I have to agree, I think we had a powerful time last night. I love it when the Order of the Purple Cord gathers. We had a great time. Now, if you're interested in joining our mystical order, the Order of the Purple Cord, pop over to my website, www.robert-hickman.com, and you'll see information there on how to join the order. So we'd love you to join. It's free to join, no cost, and I explain everything over there. While you're at my website, pop over and check out my books. Got a lot of published works. These are just a few. We got Messages from Rose. That's about my work as a medium with my spirit guide Rose as a channel. We got Ouija Mysteries, about my work with the seances of the Ouija board. We got Psyche Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. This is my latest book. And we got plenty more over there. I write a lot of books. So I hope you'll check them out as well. You guys are the best. Thanks for being here. I love you. Sending blessings to all of you. We'll be back here tomorrow for Tuesday for Messages from the Spirit World. We'll see you then. Blessed be.